Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you. Is there any problem from my side?
Extremely sorry for the inconvenience. Maybe our instructor, Miss Rihanna, disconnected for some technical reason. She will be
Mhm.
joining in a bit.
All right.
Hello once again. Sorry for the disruption. So we were talking about ourselves, right? We were introducing ourselves, and I can see 7 attendings right now. So what about Tuhin Hassan? Can you please tell me about yourself, please? Okay, I think he's not here or he's not around us. Okay, so what about Faraz Akhtar? Can you hear me? Can you say something about you?
Hi, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
Sure. So I have some experience as a business analyst.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a few years ago.
All
So
right.
now, I'm trying to get back into, IT basically, in the
Okay.
field of IT. And I think, based on my research, data analysts and, something similar seems more,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
something similar seems like it's a good fit for me. So
Yeah.
that's basically it, for me. I'm, here for that. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to actually upgrade from business analyst to more tech-oriented role, right?
It's just not so much of a break. I think since I worked as a business analyst a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I'm trying to get back into it, but I feel like the market is not that good right now. So,
Yeah.
so let's see. I'm open to other options. So that's why I'm exploring other options and, even data analysts and anything else. So I'm just looking for new options basically.
Okay. That's great. And you're located in
I'm
Canada or
located in New York.
all right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Okay. So we have here Harsh. Harsh, can you hear me? We also have Rebecca.
Hi,
Rebecca.
good evening, ma'am. Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Rebecca. I'm based in Texas. I
Mm-hmm.
have a Master of Global Affairs from the University of Notre Dame here in the United States of America. And I just want to follow this the data analytics because from my current role, I've noticed that there is no other way of doing things without analyzing the data. So it's the
Mm,
world we live in. And I believe
correct.
with this program, probably we're going to have a look into how we can leverage these things with the AI. So that's why I'm interested into this program because it will help me to upskill my profile and my academic profile
Yeah,
as well.
that makes sense. Yeah, completely.
Thank
And
you.
it's a perfect decision because we will be dealing with data because data is everywhere right now. And at the same time, you will gain some skill set and the knowledge, of course. So yeah, it's perfect. Thank you. All right. Do we have Duhel Haq here?
Hi, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Yes.
Hi, how are you? My name is Tual Haq,
Yeah.
and currently I'm living in Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have told you before.
Yes. I remember. Yes.
Yeah. So should I go ahead?
So yeah, I think you're in the last phase of the entire step-by-step process. Like you already did the practices and all the skills that we're going to teach. You already have that, right? So you wanted to be in the job placement
Yes.
phase, right?
Yes, I did a QA course, like I told you before, and
Yes.
right now I'm trying to go for data analytics
Okay.
and trying to go as the market in the market as a data analytics.
Okay. So your focus is more on this data domain or in the software domain? Which side?
As a data domain.
Right. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, we can also have Dennis. Dennis, can you hear me? And Mr. Aminul Haq, if you can hear me, you can share a little bit of you to the entire team, all the attendees, please.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So thank you for the opportunity to present myself here. Actually, I'm just a beginner, and today I scrolled the Facebook and I saw it. That's why I
Okay.
registrations. Right now I live in USA, in Indiana. So furthermore, I want to develop my career. I
Mhm.
think data analyst is a best option for the US job market. So I want to develop my career. That's why I want to raise it. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So you're looking for the skill set at the same time you're looking for the job, of course, right?
Definitely.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, previously I have experience in business. I was in Bangladesh. I'm from Bangladesh also.
Mhm.
Bangladesh is my native country. So there I was business development manager in a multinational company, and so
Okay.
I have around 8 years experience regarding on it, and so
Okay.
that's why I want to jump my career in USA. That's why I think
Mhm.
data analyst is a good option for me. I
Of
think
course. Fantastic.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's why now I'm here.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. So we also have Ahmed Tani. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right or not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm
Yeah.
just listening in
Oh,
just to see what the course is about.
okay. So do you do anything right now? Are you working?
Still actually, I just got recently unemployed in January, but I was in the business analysis field for the
Domain.
last 4
Yeah.
years.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
All
Yep.
right. Okay. I think we can just give a brief introduction so that everyone can actually know what is this course all about, and a little bit about myself too. So I am Ryana Quadir. I'm from Bangladesh, and I came here actually to pursue my master's degree. At the same time, I did my full-time internship as a data analyst. So back there, I was in the software industry for more than 12 years. And there I worked in the Samsung R&D, the international labs. I worked in the Stibo DX, which was an European company. So I had, yeah, more than 12 years actually experience over there in the different MNCs. And here I worked as the data analyst in the educational sector. So I was responsible for visualize and to present the data in terms of the NWEA exam and all the seasonal records, all the seasonal data that we have. And about the mentorship, I would say I actually teach everywhere I went before, because in Samsung I was the mentor for two new batches for the engineers, the newcomer engineers, and in my other workplace, the Stable DX, I was assigned as the official mentor for three new engineers in our team. So I'm actually mentoring students uh, almost everywhere. In, even in here in US, I also taught the undergrad students in the as a TA. So yeah, I have quite a lot teaching experience, and I love to actually teach whatever I know, whatever I found interesting. And about this course, now I'd like to share a little bit. So this course, we actually blend, we actually combine three different things here. One is the business analytics. Second one is data analytics. And when we put AI, that means we are not just giving you the knowledge of leveraging AI in the business and data analytics. We will also teach you the very core of AI, that is the machine learning, the deep learning and AI stuff. So that will be the third part of our combined course that we are offering right now. It will be stress on the skill set that the business analyst, data analyst will have, and this will be the like common skill set that almost all the analyst roles are actually requiring. So I think it will be very helpful for all of you, because if you are in the data domain, these skills are essential. You need to know, and you cannot just entirely rely on the AI right now, because at this moment, to be honest, people are relying on AI, but at the same time, AI is not in full charge of the entire thing. right? Mr. Imtiaz, can you please mute yourself? Yeah, what I'm saying is, as an analyst, you still have the control to do things, to make things, to analyze the data. AI can help you to do things efficiently, but still you're in control, you're in charge. This is a perfect time to begin or upgrade your career to the in the data domain, because the next 5 or 10 years it will be data dominating, because the new data centers are creating, the new construction budgets are allocated for the data centers, and which means that we will have more opportunities, not just as the data analysts or maybe data engineers. We will have more roles and new positions made for the people who actually know these skills, right? So that's why when we actually looked into LinkedIn for the core or the common data skill set that analysts should have, we came up with the common sort of list of these skills, and we offered those skills in our course that we're going to start today. And speaking of data, yes, data is everywhere, right? So you can apply these skills in the business and marketing domain, in finance and banking domain, of course in medical and healthcare, because medical and healthcare nowadays relied on a lot in image processing, which is a part of AI, uh, the digital signal processing, which is also can be included in the AI and ML things. So medical and healthcare is very much relied on data manipulation and applying all these machine learning models. Transportation, of course, finding the route, the perfect, the shortest possible route. All these are part of the AI stuff. Manufacturing, education, and space. Space is the like new domain that is included in the AI. For the last 3 or 4 years, I think it was discussed less, but recently it's been something big is coming up with the space because of the Earth observatory data and everything. I actually to be honest, I had a project on the Earth observatory data using the big data analysis, and we did a lot of data manipulation, the big data implementation on the space data. So it was interesting, it was fun. And yes, it's actually summarizing everything in our daily life, starting from our mobile phone, all the Internet of Things, all the data through our mobile phone, the social media, e-commerce site, whatnot. So we can apply all these skills. All the skills are already in this course. So I think we just start diving into our course here. So before focusing on one specific topic today, I will actually focus on one specific topic, as if this is the regular first class of the entire course. But before that, I would like to show you where we are exactly. Okay, so these are the 4 topics we're going to learn. And additionally, we'll learn AI, the machine learning thing at the end of Python here. But these are the like 4 major topics we're going to cover in this course. Starting with Microsoft Excel, of course, which is like very basic and very common thing. So we won't need more than 2 classes for this one. MySQL has to be a very strong foundation. So I put a lot effort. I want you to put a lot of effort on MySQL, and I allocated 4 classes, at least 4 to 5 classes for MySQL. For data visualization, we will be focusing on Tableau here, although you can ask me if there's any classes on Power BI. I would say we can have a little glimpse of Power BI, but to be honest, we are covering Excel, which is owned by Microsoft, and we are covering Tableau here. So Power BI is also owned by Microsoft, right? So the interface are pretty much same like Microsoft Excel, and for the features you'll find like 90% features covered in the Tableau. So if you can master Microsoft Excel and Tableau at the same time, Power BI won't be anything hard for you. Okay, but still we can have a little bit of hint about Power BI, or maybe a little some functions we can do in Power BI, maybe half of the class, one class we'll do that. And about Python. Okay, so whenever there's a thing about the data, Python would be there. Python is the language that we'll learn in this course, because as I always say, Python is like the great grandfather of all the tools. Okay, so it can do everything. Whatever we are doing using Excel, MySQL, and Tableau, Python can do everything. Data manipulation, visualization, complex calculation, whatnot. So, and the advantages of Python is there's many advantages. Like Python has a very, very rich library. So we don't have to write a lot of lines of code in Python now. We can just call a function that is inside a library. We can just call that function, and we can just calculate. We can have the output in return just by calling that function. Okay, so things are pretty easy now. You just have to know what to call. So that information has to be in your mind. That is what we're gonna study in this Python chapter. So for Python, I actually allocated more than 1 month. It will take 5 or 6 classes to actually go through all the little stuff that we can do using Python. And today we're, as we said, that this is the first official class for this course. So we will start with Excel. And as far as I can remember, in my last class, I discussed some Excel functions here. Microsoft Excel is all about the functions, all the little functions to big functions. At the same time, we have some special functions like the pivot table, like the XLOOKUP. We'll also have a little bit of glimpse on the difference between the VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. But before that, we need to cover all the functions that can be useful as an analyst. I mean, Excel has hundreds of functions, but these are the common functions that we will need as an analyst when we'll start our work. We'll need basically these 14 functions. Now, in the last class, we actually discussed about the min max, the aggregated functions. So I'm going to mark them. And I think I discussed date to text, if I'm not mistaken, and substitute. Yes, so today I will start with if and ifs, all right? So let's just open Excel. Yes, this will be shared. I think this will be in the YouTube or maybe marked as public, something. You'll get this video, of course, yes. Okay, so before doing that, I want you to give the file to everyone. The Excel is called the Office. Okay, everyone, please download this Excel file that I provided. And I hope everyone has Microsoft Excel in your machine if you're in your laptops. If not, you can just open the cloud platform of Microsoft Excel. I think you can also do that. Okay, before starting our interactive session, I want to say something. So this session, as this is the first formal class, we will have a more interactive session, okay? So I will do my stuff at the same time. I will recommend you to do the same thing, okay? So that when I ask you, you can answer whatever I'm asking you, okay? All right, so does everyone download the file that I provided?
Excuse me, where did you send the link for the file?
I actually sent that in the chat, but okay, I get it.
I can't see
Yeah,
anything in the
all
chat.
right, okay. This is selected, like everyone. Now you should be able to download it.
Yeah.
Okay, can you open it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so you have the file, almost like this file without the max mean these columns, okay? So I'm asking you to write the formula for the max. These are like recap. We already did that in the last class, but we are just recapping whatever we did before. These are all aggregated functions: sum, count, average, min, max. All these are like aggregated functions. Okay, so whenever we're doing formula, we will write equals, and then we'll write the thing that we want to do. Okay, here I want to do max. Max of what? I want to know who got the high salary, who's the most highest paying employee of my office. Okay, so do it and let me know the answer. Who can give me the answer? Who got the highest salary? Who's the highly paid, highest paid employee here? Tell me. Okay, so I can start from the beginning. Okay, whenever I am doing any formula in Excel, I need to click on empty cell, and then at the top I have the formula bar. Okay, this blank space right up there is the formula bar. So you will put your cursor there, type equals, then write max. Why? Because we need to know the maximum salary of the employee. Okay, so we are selecting max here. Now we'll put the parenthesis, the opening parenthesis, and it is suggesting me to put the number 1 and number 2. That means there will be multiple numbers from which I will select the maximum number. Not I will, Excel will select the maximum number. Here I don't have 2 numbers, I have 9 numbers, right? So I will select all these 9 numbers, all these salaries. Okay, so see, it is selecting G2, from G2 to G10. So G2 is this one because it has it is in the G column and second row up to G10. So I selected all of it, I close the parentheses and I hit enter. All right, so it gave me the maximum salary. And who had the maximum salary? Tell me.
Michael.
Correct. Michael is getting the max salary. Okay. Okay, now I want to know who is the youngest. Do it. Do the same thing, but this time it won't be the salary column. It will be the age column. So write down equals minimum and do the same thing, just like I did. Who is the youngest? And what is the age? What is the minimum age for all the from all the employees of this office?
29.
Can you do it in your on Excel? I want this class to be very interactive, okay? So I'm doing the same thing just to make you understand, but you have to do on your own, okay? So I'm writing mean, the opening parenthesis, and I'm selecting all the ages like that, okay? I'm closing the parenthesis and hit enter. So here I have the minimum age of all the employees, which is 29. And who is that person? Dwight, right? Dwight has the minimum age. Okay, I want you to do the minimum salary for me, please. What is the minimum salary for the employees? Can you please do it and let me know what is the minimum salary?
It doesn't work for my side. I don't know what is the problem.
Okay, I'm doing it. Just follow whatever I'm doing, okay? First equal, okay? First step equal, right? Mean, because it's the short form for minimum. Then you need to type the first parenthesis. Otherwise, the formula won't give you any suggestion, okay? So this is suggesting you to put the numbers. Then you will put all the numbers. Close the parenthesis, hit enter, okay?
It works.
Great, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the way it should work, yeah. And one little thing, when you start playing with Excel, you can actually explore more things like this salary column, okay? This salary column is just the numbers, okay? We call the numbers integer because they're whole numbers, but it is actually the salary. It has to be in terms of like the currency, right? So we can change this entire column, make it currency, okay? So see, the currency format is putting a $ in front of it and put the decimal places for 00 and put a comma, right? So it is the way we are actually, we actually write the currency, all the salary stuff like that. So this is one kind of formatting, okay? Another formatting I can show you is the date format, okay? So here the date is in the month, /DD, right? And /YYYY, year. But I want it to be in a longer format, okay? So I want it to be including the month name, the year, maybe the day of the year, like that. So can we change it? Let's see. Here at the top, we have two dates. One is short date, one is long date, okay? So let's go for the long date, okay? So if we select the long date, see, we found all the things that we needed. We found the day, we also found the month name, the date, and the year. Okay, this is what we wanted, right? But see, if you select that, it is still showing the previous format of the date, the short date, but it is showing here the long format. Okay, we can also explore the short date. I think it is, yeah, it is the same thing as before that we used to have. So this is the fun with the date, okay? You can change it to any format that you want, okay? Okay, we also covered the aggregated functions, the sum, average, and count, okay? Let me just go through it very quickly. So this is another data set where we have different categories of electronics. No, not electronics. There's clothing, electronics, furniture, different categories of product, and we have these specific product names. We have the sale region where it was sold, sale amount, quantity, and discount, okay? And the corresponding date is here. Now, very briefly, we want to do the sum, average, and count of the of these columns. Okay, so for our sales amount column, we want to know the total sale of all the products that we have in our store. Okay, so how can you do that? In Excel, go to the formula bar. Again, is the same thing for all the formula. Type equals, write sum, then first parenthesis, opening one, select all the sales amount, close the parenthesis, hit enter. That's our summation, right? Now the average, I want to know the average of the quantity, sales by quantity. So I am writing equals average. Now average needs to have all the things divided by the total number of that thing, right? So if I select like our electronic sales divided by quantity, I will get the average for only laptop, okay? Laptop that was sold in 1st of January 2024. That's here, okay? So when I get the information for the laptop that was sold in 1st January 2024, I want to see all the averages corresponding to all the rows, okay? So I'm just dragging my plus sign here and I'll have all these averages corresponding to all these products, okay? Do you see the plus sign at the corner, at the bottom right corner of this cell? Do you have, can you see that in your laptop too?
Yes.
So whenever you can see that, you just drag it so that the same thing will happen to the all the rows that you drag your cursor into, right? Okay, that is the average, and count is another interesting thing. So here's for the discount. I don't have discount for all, okay? For all the product. I don't have discount for tablet. I don't have discount for t-shirt. Yeah. See, these two rows are empty, okay? So I want to know how many products have discount, okay? Harsh, did you get the Excel sheet or should I share it again?
For some reason, we don't have the full access like you have.
I'm sorry? You don't have which part?
I don't have the full access.
You don't have the access in the Excel sheet? Okay, I shared it again. Please try to download it and try to do exactly the same thing that I'm doing, okay? So that we're in the same page. Okay, so we were in the counting thing where this is funny because counting doesn't necessarily mean we'll count the rows. We can count only the rows that have values in it, all right? So if I write count, opening parenthesis, I selected all of these rows. What should I have here? What should be the answer? Who can tell me? Say it, say it. You know it. How many counts do we have as a result? Fatima Zuhra, can you answer? How many rows have values in the discount column? Okay, anyone can answer. Tell me, how many rows have values here? Okay, I'm hitting enter, okay? And it gave me 8. Although we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows, right? We have 10 rows, but 2 of them they do not have any values in it. So it only returns the number that have values in it, okay? Now I want to know how many rows or how many products don't have any discount, okay? Can I do that? If I write count A and I select again the same column, should I get my answer? It is counting the things that only have values, the same thing basically, but yes. Yes, I will share the formula Excel at the end of the class or yeah. But for now, you just need to do it by yourself. That's why I created that Excel sheet without any formula, right? It's just a plain data table, only the data set that you need to put the formulas on. So you just have to put formulas on your own in this class, okay? It's like a fresh paper for you, fresh whiteboard to do the stuff on your own, right? Okay, so all these sum, average, count, all of these are aggregated functions. Why aggregated functions? Because we have a lot of data in front of us and we are manipulating these data. We are calculating from these data to get one single result, okay? The single result can be the summation of all the things that we are mentioning or the average of the two things that we're mentioning or the count of one column, count of discounts, anything, okay? So we are getting one as our output, as an answer, as the return value. So this is called aggregated function. We are doing a lot of stuff with multiple data to get one single answer. Okay. So let's go back to our slide again where we completed min max, the other aggregated functions. We also covered date to text and substitute. Okay, so we'll jump into if and ifs because this is very important for Excel. Okay, so yes, this is the data set that I provided you that has the employee ID, first name, last name, age of the employees, their gender, their job title, salary, start date, and end date. Okay. So now the fun part about Excel is I can actually ask the Excel about my questions about this data set, and it can actually give me the answer. What kind of question can I ask? Say I ask the Excel, hey, can you please give me the young people in my office? Okay, give me the young people and call them the young guns. Who are the young people? People who are below or equal 30 years of age, all right? Call them young gun, okay? And people who are above 30, not equals, above 30, call them mid 30s or in their 30s, okay? So I made two categories here, okay? One is the young gun who are equals 30 or less than, and another one is in their mid 30s, we are which will start from above 30 years of age, okay? So in my if column, I will write the formula like equals if when I give the first parenthesis, it is suggesting me how to construct the formula, okay? So it is showing me first I have to give the logic, then the first value, then the second value, okay? So what is the logic? My logic is if the age, I selected all the columns, all the rows here, or I can do only for the first one, then I can drag it. So if the age is greater than, greater than 30. So my logical test, my logic is the age is greater than 30, okay? So what will happen if the age is greater than 30? See, it is highlighting the value if true. So if the age of the employee is greater than 30, we wanted to call them in their 30s. Okay, so this is the value I want them to have if the age is above 30. I put them inside the inverted comma, okay? Now I put a comma one more time, and it is suggesting me to put the value if false. What is false here? False means if the logic is false. That means if the age is not above 30. So if the age is either equal 30 or below 30. So what we wanted to call them? We wanted to call them young guns, right? So this is the formula I constructed. First the logic, then the true value, then the false value, okay? Since I put the logic as a greater than, so I put the in the 30s here, and the false will be the young ones. So young ones is the false value here. If I hit enter, I only selected Jim Halpert age as the D2. So it is saying Jim is young gun. Okay. So this is the thing I did for all of them, and I found that only 3 people are actually young gun. And the rest of the employees in my office are in their mid-30s or in their 30s, okay? If I drag it like that. in their 30s. Okay. Did you all try with this formula and the same thing that you have in return? You got this, right? Can you put the formula and then the true and the false thing that we wanted to see? Please unmute yourself and talk to me. Otherwise, I don't have the feedback that actually I'm teaching something. All right?
I'm sorry. When I downloaded the file that you sent me, I didn't receive maybe the full version of that, like all the if and else. Then
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I didn't put the formulas there. It didn't have all these columns here, but you have the data. You have the data table that I selected like that, okay? You have this data, so you need to just select one empty cell and write the formula. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. I put this ifs, and all this coloring, all this formatting on my own, okay? This is like the secondary stuff. The primary thing is you have to have your data. Then we can put the formula in an empty cell, okay?
sure. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so again, I look into the salary and I want to make two categories. Again, I want to see who are the lower paid employees in my office and who are the high paid. I won't say highest, but I just put them in a high category. And what should be my logic? These are my two categories, okay? I have high and low, two categories. What will be my logic? If I look at the salaries, I kind of find a midpoint, maybe 50,000. So I put the logic like that. If the salary is 50,000 or more, I'll call them high paid. And if it is lower than 50,000, I'll call it lower paid. Okay. So my second if formula goes like, if I selected the entire salary column and I write greater than or equals 50,000. This is the logic part. Then if they're like greater than or equal 50,000, I'll call them high paid. If not, I'll call them lower paid. This is the false part. If this logic returns false, this is the false part, okay? I press enter. Only 1, 2, 3 employees are high paid, okay? Who are they? Dwight, Toby, and Michael, okay? And everyone else is actually below 50,000, right? You can change the logic. I just randomly picked 50,000 because I saw Toby's salary here. I thought it was the midpoint. That's why I put the logic like 50,000. You can do like it was before, like 45,000. Then the result will be different, right? Then we'll have more high paid here, including Jim, Angela, everybody is high paid. Only 3 of them are low paid. So the logic is maybe not on you. Maybe you're the one who is asked to do the two categories based on some logic that your boss or your, like the management will ask you to do, okay? So don't think about the logic. Don't worry about the logic because the logic will be sent to you. This is the question that you will be asked, okay? Now, if I want to put more than one more than one logic in my formula bar, can I do that? Like I just only put one logic here. What if I want to see more who are who get the salary more than 45,000 and who are male employees? Okay, can I do
Excuse
that?
me,
Yes,
excuse me, are we going to have the record of this lesson? Because
yes,
my
yes.
my Excel restarted and I can't catch up with you, or so I'm just following.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you face any problem with your Excel or your machine, you can just follow whatever I'm showing you, and then you need to practice whatever I did today, okay?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is one logic we covered. For one, if it was just the age, then the second if, I wrote it like if two, because it's the second logic that I showed you. This is about their salary, but now I want to have more than one if here, more than one logic. So this is called ifs. Okay, so how the logic will be formulated? Like before, equals ifs. Now I selected this column. What is this column? Their position, their role. This role, if I see salesman, I will write in return sales. This is my value for the true, okay? True value. There's no false value that I wrote, okay? Now, by giving comma, I'm writing again the same column, F2 to F10. You see, it is the same column. But if I see a receptionist, if I find any receptionist here, I will write front. That means we are actually trying to figure out which department they are from. Okay, so a salesman is from sales department, receptionist can be categorized as the front desk officer, an accountant is from the accounts department, HR is HR, the manager is the RM, the supplier relation maybe in the supply department, like that. So we have multiple categories. Like before, this is not just true and false, okay? We have multiple categories and there's no false categories, right? So if we say salesman, it belongs to the sales department. I just put it like that. And all these ifs, multiple ifs, will be separated by comma, okay? And then I close the parenthesis like before and hit enter. Then I can see all the departments, possible name of the departments for all my employees, right? So if I have this kind of data where you need to separate into 5 or 6 categories or maybe 10 categories, you can implement these ifs, okay? In that case, you're not just writing a mathematical logic and then true or false. No, nothing like that. You'll have different categories. You'll put one category and the true return that you want to have in return. Then another category, whatever you want to have in return, okay? Like that. So the structure would be like this. So this is mostly the if and ifs that you wanted to know as an analyst. Then we are going to the length, okay? Length is very important because there's many occasions that you actually verify the length of a name. Maybe in a form, there is 10 spaces to write the first name, okay? So sometimes in the past years, if there's a handwritten form and some people cannot actually accommodate their name into all these blanks, all these fields, the 10 spaces. So in that case, there is a mismatch. Like some names are more than 10, some are inside 10. So you need to make different categories of these names or any other things based on the length, okay? So here, one possible example can be, again, the same office, same kind of data that we used to have, but now we need to know the phone numbers, if they're valid or not, okay? So we know for the phone numbers, only 10 digits are allowed, okay? Not 9, not 11, not 8 or 7, not anything like that. Only 10 digit is allowed. So First, we want to have a new column called length. So I'm creating a new column called length. And in my empty cell, I'm putting the formula, okay? It will be equals, formula for length will be len, len, okay? See, this is the explanation, returns the number of character in the text string. Text string can be the name, any other stuff, and it also can be the phone number, okay? So in our case, it will be the phone number because my manager asked me to make a category for the valid and invalid phone numbers, all right? So I'm putting the opening parenthesis. I am giving all the phone numbers of my employee. I'm closing the parenthesis and I'm hitting enter. Where is the selecting date? All right, I'm hitting enter. So I got the length of the first phone number as 10. Do we have the phone number data or not? No? Okay, so I can, I'll share this entire Excel after the class, okay? Just follow whatever I'm doing here, all right? These are pretty much like simple stuff, but fun, okay? So once you get the fun out of it, you can explore more actually, because one thing I want to show you, if I write equals and then start typing the first letter L, it can give me a lots of other formulas that I'm not actually using, okay? But you can explore all this, okay? It actually has like thousands of different formulas, but we're just showing you the very common one that you actually need as a data analyst. So I'm writing length here and I'm putting the length of the phone number, and it is 10, okay? So I am waiting for the plus sign at the end, at the corner of my cell. I am dragging the entire column and I got the length of the all phone numbers that my employees gave me, okay? So I can see not all of them have 10 digits. Some of them have 9, some 11, even 8, right? So now I will put the if condition again, okay? This time it won't be greater than, less than, no. This time it has to be only 10. So what will be my if condition? Okay, I'll insert one more column to put my if statement here. Who can tell me what will be my logic for only the number 10? I only prefer number 10 as a valid phone number, and any other number which is not 10 won't be valid. How can I say that? What will be my logic? Anyone? It's very easy, very straightforward. Just tell me. I wrote if here. I open the parentheses. Please tell me what will be my logic? How can I say that only 10 is the valid length of a phone number? How can I say that? Just guess anything randomly. It's fine. This is the very first class. This is just fine. Yeah, straightforward, right? So if the length equals 10, I'll call them valid phone number, okay? Otherwise, I'll call them invalid. Okay? And then I'll drag like before, and I found only 3 phone numbers are valid and rest of them are invalid because they're like 9, 11, 11, 11, like that. Okay. So this is the length. You need the length for sometimes cleaning the data, because data cleaning is a part of the job of data analyst. Sometimes it is actually the job of the data engineers, but as an analyst, you can also do the role depending on your company's requirement. Okay. So you need to know how we can actually use the Excel to wrangle the data, clean the data. So this is very important characteristic, this very important formula to know in Excel. Then left and right, I think I covered that in the last class, just going through it. So when I write equals left, see, it is suggesting me return the specified number of characters from the start of a string. So if I write left and parenthesis, and then maybe their job title, I selected salesman here, and then I put a comma and number of characters. That means when I selected salesman, I want to have a specific number of characters, specific number of letters from the word salesman to be cut, to be cropped. Okay, so I'm saying it will be 5. If I say 5 and I close the parenthesis, I'll get sales, right? But this won't be a good example for all of the employees, because some of them will have fragment of their, like receptionist. If I take only 5, it will be only recep. Okay, accountant, it will be account. It doesn't make any sense. So it will be more appropriate if I do it with their employee ID maybe. Okay, so let's do it with the employee ID. So instead of putting the F2, I'm changing the formula a little bit. So I'm putting the A2. Instead of their job title, I'm putting the employee ID, okay? And I want to know only the last 2 digits of their employee ID. So the last 2 digits are in the right side, not in the left side, okay? So we will change the formula from left to right now, because I am taking only 0102. I want to take only the part of their employee ID from the right side. I'm writing right here. I am selecting the employee ID, and how many characters do I want to have here? 2, only 2. So I'm writing 2 here. This is 01 for Jim, and I drag it, and I get only their 2 parts, two characters, the last 2 characters from their employee ID. This is this make more sense, right? I mean, the unique part of their employee ID is right there. For the left, I think their nickname can be something we can focus on here, because I want to call them in a short name, you know, shorter. Jim, Pam is fine, but I want to have a little name for Stanley, maybe. No, not Stan. Kevin, Kev, like that. Okay. So left, right formula can be useful to make the things a little trimmed from left or from right. Let's do it for the trim. This is very much similar. Okay. So what trim does, it removes the blank spaces both from left and right. Okay. So let's look at the job title here. It's a little different, right? Why? The values are same, but here for the accountant, you see there's a space in front of the accountant, right? And for the HR, there's a space after the HR. I want to remove that space. Okay, I put another space before the supplier relations, okay? No, 2 spaces, okay? I put 2 spaces here, 2 blank spaces. But this space is not a part of their job title, so I want to remove it. So what I did, in the new column, I'm putting the formula as equals trim, opening parenthesis. I'm selecting the whole column, ending it. See, there's no extra spaces in my clean data. Again, this is a part of data cleaning, okay? So this looks very messy because some of them put spaces before, some of them spaces after. It doesn't look good. These are not aligned. So what I did is I just trimmed the spaces from before and after the text that I mentioned here, okay? Okay, next one is date to text. Yeah, this is another very useful thing, okay? So we have this same old table where we have the start date and end date. Now, let's say the example is like you have a date that doesn't really align with the date format that you provided, or the office is office gave you to have all the date format in the specific format, like month, day, year, okay? So what you'll do, you'll write the formula that will convert the wrong format of dates to a specific format, okay? Before that, we already show you the two different types of date format, right? One is long, one is short. The short is the month slash day slash year, and the long form is that includes all the name of the month, the day, and everything, right? But this is something else, okay? You are converting whatever date the employee or the user actually gave you to make your own format, okay? The own format is this one that your office provided you, month, day, year, okay? So you need to write equals text that gives you the confirmation that you are making it a text format, okay? And then you're selecting the date column, and the format is like that, okay? Close the parenthesis and hit enter. So see, when you write that means even if you have a single digit month, it gives you the output as 09 because it has to be 2 digit. When you have only 6, it will write 06, okay, like that. So all the dates are in a beautiful and same format, okay? That's your manager wanted you to do, okay? To make all the dates align and in the same format that I provided you, okay? And it can be of different format depending on your country. Sometimes some country have the date before the month, so DD, YYY. It depends, all right? And from this format, you can also select only the year of their starting date. Like this is the end date. No, this is the starting date. So I want to know only the year of their when they start their job. So I selected, I need to select only these 4 characters from my starting date. And what should be my formula? I just showed you the formula. What should be my formula? I want to take these 4 numbers from the right side. What should be the formula? Tell me. Anyone, just tell me. No one? I just showed you. This is the right side of my date format. So I am writing right. I'm selecting the date and I'm writing 4 because the year has 4 digits in it. And then I get to know all the years of my employee that they started their job. Okay. All right. So date thing. Yeah, there's a little bit of a date thing here too. So here's different types, different dates of the meeting, conference, workshop, webinar, all this stuff, okay? Now, I'm confused about like this date, okay? 11/12/1980. I don't know which is the month and which is the day here, okay? I'm confused about that. What can I do? I can write, I'm selecting an empty cell here. I'm writing equals month. Then I'm selecting this date, which made me confused. I'm closing the parenthesis. I hit enter and it confirmed me, yes, the month is 11. So it is actually following the same format of month, month, day, day, year, 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 year. Okay. So same old thing. If I write year, it will give me only the year. If I write month, the month of this date, day. Okay. Very straightforward. You have to do the same thing, equals, and you write you'll write the formula and then put the value inside the parenthesis. All right. But you need to know this, right? That we can actually separate one full-fledged date into the year, month, and day. Okay. Sometimes we get confused to see the date, but just put them, separate them in different columns like this, and then you can have the very specific and very separated date thing in your Excel. Okay, now the next one. Before that, I'm again going to my slide. So we completed all of this: date to text, year, month, day, trim. We need to do concatenation, network days. Oh, okay. So before concatenation, I think a relevant thing is network days. So, so we did many days manipulation formula related with dates, right? Some kind of formatting, including the short date and long date thing. Now, this is very important to calculate the days between two dates, okay? Like I want to know how long this employee is working, how many days this employee is in our office not working. How many days does this employee have under his belt from his joining date to this date, okay? Or maybe the end date. Here we have the end date, so we can mention the end date. So how many days in total he has under his belt or she has under her belt, okay? So these are the days. It will calculate the total number of days in between to and from dates. So the formula is easy, days, very simple, days. This is the very simplest days formula that you'll have. Then you need to mention the start date, the end date, because it starts from the end date. And then, because think about the subtraction, okay? First we have the big number, then the small number. So the end date minus the start date. Then close the parentheses, hit enter. You'll find the total number of days in between the 2 days, okay? But in an office, in any office, you want to calculate the network days. What does it mean? Only the active days that you do your office, okay? So it will exclude the holidays, it will exclude the weekends, any other exceptions that actually occurs in between these days, the starting and ending date. So it will actually subtract all these weekends and the day offs from your total days. This is called network days, okay? Network days. So you don't have to subtract that on your own. Excel will do that, but you need to just type network days, then you will say end date like before, okay? End date and start date. It will calculate the active day that you were active in the office. I mean, not you, Jim was active in the office. These are the total number of days he did his office, right? And this is very important because sometimes maybe the accounts team need to know how many days he actually had and how many days he was present. Maybe they made some kind of estimation based on that, or maybe some kind of salary calculation based on that. All right. So you as a data analyst, you're supposed to calculate only the days and the network days, and then the accounts team will calculate the number of presence and everything. So this is another very useful formula to know the network days, okay? Okay, we have concatenation, substitute, okay. All right, so concatenation. Concatenation means to join something together, okay? Say in this table, the table that you have, you have the employee's first name, you have the last name, but you don't have the full name, right? But your team or your manager asks you to give the full name, okay? Excel can do that very easily. Excel can just join the first name and last name with a space in between, okay? So what you need to do here, you should concatenate the first name, space, last name. It's as simple as that. So this is your concatenate function equals concatenate. Then this is the first name column, the blue one. This is our space. Remember, you cannot write the first name and last name side by side without any space, right? We have to have a space, then comma, then the third part, which is the last name. So concatenate, I'm putting 3 parts here. It can have 2 parts, maybe it depends on you. Like in this case, this is the name, it has to have 3 parts, first name, last name, and the space. So we put the space in between and the parenthesis like before, hit enter to get all their full names. All right. What about the emails? Okay, so again, the company asks you, these are all my new employees. Okay, say they joined a new office, new company called the Dunder Muffin. I mean, that was actually their actual company. Anyway, so imagine that they join, these 9 people join any office together, and they have to have a new email address, right? So your possible option, your job is to create the possible email addresses for each of the employees. So what you're going to do here, equals concatenate. I want to have their first name as their first part, their last name as the second part. Then as it's an email address, I want to have @ sign, of course, but not just @, I want to have the company name with their email address, right? So this is the company name. All of them should be inside the quotation, right? Because this is the email part that every employee would have. So their first name, last name, and this part of their email. Okay, I'm closing the parenthesis here. If I press enter, I will get Jim's email address here. Okay, and if I drag it, I'll get everyone's email address. Okay. Now, one thing here, you want to say that email addresses usually have the convention of having all them in smaller case, right? Small case, not in uppercase, like their names. So can we make it a lowercase? Because It's an email address. So I want to have everything in lowercase. And I got it. So I wrote equals lower and I selected this one. I got the perfect email address for Jim. Okay, so concatenation is very important. The concept of concatenation can be used everywhere. To be honest, it is in SQL, it's in Python, it's in all the high-level languages. In computer science, we always use this concatenation to add two strings together, multiple strings together. This is very important. Okay. Another thing is substitute. So yeah, the use case for substitute is like this. Again, you have the same data set. You have the start date and end date, but look at the date format here. Again, look at the date format. Is it the same consistent format? I'm not talking about the day and month. It's the formatting thing, the styling thing. Here's we have slash, we have hyphen here, right? Or dashes here. So we want to make them consistent. We want to make this format consistent. So what can we do? Manually just remove the hyphen and put the slashes? No. It is a lengthy word. No one does that, all right? We have Excel. We can utilize the formula of the Excels, right? And the formula for this kind of use cases is actually to substitute the hyphen and to make them slashes. Okay, how can I do that? I can write substitute, again equals, because all the formula starts with equals. Substitute, then which column I want to make a change? This date column. Okay, start date column. Then I want to change the hyphen. This is the old text. That means whatever that the column used to have, okay, you want it to change. So this is the old one and you want it to change it to slash, the forward slash. This is the new value. Okay, so you'll put the old value first, then the new value first, and again it has to be inside the quotation mark, the inverted comma, right? Close the parentheses and you will see all the dates with slashes, very consistent format of slashes. Okay, now there can be exceptions. What kind of exceptions? Forget about this date format, maybe any other kind of exception. Like I have two slashes. I want to change it to one slash and one hyphen. I don't want to change both hyphens here. Okay, only the first hyphen or the second hyphen. Okay, can I do it here? Yes, you also can do that. So take a look at this date again. It has two hyphens and I want to change it to one. So what can I do here? Okay, I'm putting a new empty column here. Substitute, then the text, this text, then the old value is my hyphen, the new one is slash. Now see in the formula suggestion, it says text, old text, new text, and instance number. That means which number you want to change. Okay, let's put the number as the 1. Okay, so you see this is my new output where only the first one, only the first hyphen was changed to a slash, not the second one. The second one remained the same, correct? If I change it to if I just change the formula, I make the change in the second position, not in the first position. See? Now the first one is unchanged. Look at this one. The first one is unchanged. The second one was get changed into the slash. So substitute is also a very useful one, and you have to know the number of instances here. If you don't give any instance, it will change both or everywhere. It will change wherever it sees, wherever it finds the hyphen, it will change into slash. But if you mention the number of instance, it will only select that instance, okay? So very specific logics can be given using the substitute here. Concat is done. Substitute is done before. Yeah, so 3 more, count, sum, and formatting. Okay. Now, another very easy stuff is the formatting thing. So look at the names. It's a different set of data, huh? Not the one that I showed you, but I'll provide this Excel later at the end of the class. So you'll get all of this data with the formula and everything, okay? So these are the names. These are 4 random names that say from a form that I want to fill up. I want these guys to fill up the form, and they filled up like this, okay? One has name like that, another one all caps, then all lowercase, and like this, okay? So I want to make all them in one specific format, okay? So what I write in an empty cell, I'm writing upper, okay? I showed you lower before. So this is the upper thing, same as lower. Upper will make everything uppercase, lowercase, and proper is the proper way of writing a name, okay? Capitalize the first letter of your both names, and this is the proper way, okay? So whatever format you're following, it has to be consistent for all of the names, okay? So this is name formatting or any kind of text formatting that can be in different cases. You can have them all in same case. Okay, now 2 more important stuff, but before that, I want to announce something here. So today's class is actually 2 hours long. We started at 8 p.m. EST. And in the next 5 minutes, I will wrap up the whole Excel formula stuff. As a deliverable, I will give this sheet to you. And also, I need to know the little stuff that I teach today. Is it really easy for you or too easy for you or hard for you? Whatever feedback, you can give it to me. At the same time, at the end of the class, I want you to say something about the entire class, about myself, and about the expectation of you from this course, okay? So please be a little prepared for that feedback session and Q&A session. Whatever question you have in your mind, you can ask me. So please get ready for that session because you need to turn on your camera for that, all right? I want you to turn your camera on before going to that part of the lecture today. So this is the reminder that I wanted to give you. Before that, I'm wrapping up the formula sections with these very, very important and very useful 2 formulas. One is sum and sum if. I'm saying very important, but this is actually the same thing that we did before, okay? We did summation, sum, which was an aggregated function, and we did if. Now, we are combining the sum and if together. Why? Because there are some use cases, like your manager is asking you, or your reporting boss is asking you, give me the summation of those employee of only the male employees in my office. Give me the summation of salaries of only female employees of my office, or give me the summation of the sales that they did in the last 5 years, or give me the total number of sales that the new employees, the employees who had the start date after 2000 did, the total number of sales that these new people completed throughout the whole time. Okay, so these are the use cases, these are the conditions that your reporting boss can ask you to do. As an analyst, you need to give them the answer. Okay, today we are only discussing about the formula, but actually you can present the whole thing in a visualization mode, right? So you can actually show all the data that you calculated from the Excel or any other tool. You can have a visualized version of this data to show your reporting boss or your office. Okay, so the SUMIF formula actually works very effectively when I want to make, first I'm counting the sum of the entire all the employees of my office. Now I'm putting the if formula. How? If my salary is greater or equal 50,000, then give me the sum. This is the summation for total salary of all the highly paid employees. If you remember, we categorize two different categories, high paid and low paid. So now I'm putting the if logic like that. If the employee has salary more than 50,000 or equal to 50,000, sum them up, give them the total. Okay, what is the amount of money we are spending for those employees? So this is the total amount of salary that only high paying employees are drawing. Okay, now the male and female thing that I talked about. Now again, my manager asked me, give me the salary of only the females, but remember, they have to be, their age have to be more than 30 years. Okay, so this is their salary. This is their criteria 2 is their gender. The gender is female. I'm saying the female employees here. And this is their age. The age has to be more than 30. So female employees 30 years, more than 30 years of age are drawing a total salary of 88K. This is the total. Remember, this is not one person's salary, one employee's salary. No, this is the summation of salary of all the female employees aging more than 30 years, right? We can do the same for the males. We want to see what about the male employees then. Okay, so I'm putting the salary first. This is my range. Then I'm putting the criteria. The criteria is their gender. They have to be male. And the third criteria, okay, let's forget about the third criteria. We are only dealing with the male employees here, and there it has to be. not taking it. Okay, it's the parenthesis thing. Okay, let's put it like before. We are giving one criteria here, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. We are actually giving two criteria. One is their salary and another one is their gender. So it has to be some ifs. Thank you very much. Okay, so all the male employee, their summation of their salary is 313K, right? So this is first sum, and then I put the if together to get this total of different conditions, okay? Now count if, this is almost similar. First, we will get the count for a certain column. So I'm counting like how many employees fill out their ages. This is 9, that's fine. Now I'm putting the if, the logic, the conditions here. So I'm writing. So if I put the count and the only one criteria here is their salary. If it is more than 45,000, how many employees can I have? The count is 5, okay? So I don't have to count it like there 1, 2, 3, like that, okay? I'm asking Excel to count the employees who had the salary more than 45,000. What if I give another condition to Excel? Give me the name, the count of the employees who joined office after 2000, okay? So for that I can, or maybe give me the count of the employee whose age is more than 35 years, okay? So only one is more than 35, so not equal, so Michael won't be here, it's only Stanley, okay? And another one, the last bit for today is we can actually have more than one if conditions here. So in that case, it was count if, it will be count ifs, okay? So write count if, then again, the range where you wanted to pick, it will be their salary. The first condition is the salary is less than 45,000. Now I want to know, like before, like the summation, summit thing. So I want to know only the number of female employees who had salary more than 45,000. Okay, how many female employees in my office who got more salary? I mean, more than 45,000. It's only one. Okay, only one employee. Who's that? Is it Pam? No. Angela, right? So again, these are the data that you can actually calculate from here with the using the formula, and then you can make them in the charts or make it in a visualized version of data to show the whole office that this is my analysis of the data and this is the outcome from my data, right? So if I again go to my slide, I kind of completed all the basic formula that you need to know. Again, I'm saying Excel had hundreds and thousands formulas, right? So we just have to know these 14 very basic and very useful formula for from the data analytics course. And we will have pivot table and XLOOKUP, very, very powerful to skill set from Excel that you need to know, that you need to have. But for today, I am concluding here. We will cover these two in the next class. But as I told you before, we will have a session right now with all your Q&As or any kind of feedback that you have from my teaching, any kind of complexity level, like it is too easy or maybe too hard, or how can we change it to make more use case based. It was actually use case based. Every time I'm using one formula, I'm telling you what is the possible use case that you can be asked to show to the using the Excel, right? So these are pretty much like use case based examples that I showed you, all the formula. But again, you can please turn on your cameras and give me some feedbacks or any question that you can have from this course. Please shoot the questions, please.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much.
You're
we
welcome.
owe
But can
you
you please
much.
turn on the camera, please?
I don't know how to turn it on.
Okay,
I don't
should I
have
give
any
you
option.
the access? Okay, I'm giving you the access. Allow the camera. I think it is enabled. Let's see. This is only audio option available. Can you try it now? Does it work?
It's just the audio. We don't have the option of, or maybe it's just on. Maybe you can check with others. Maybe it's just only me.
No,
Because
it's not gonna work because the people who actually work and as administrator who set up this meeting, he did in that way so that like
Yeah, the
it can
configuration
be
has to be there.
and
Okay.
yeah. So it's only the audio option is available right now.
oh yeah. Okay. So shall I go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you so much for the program. It's so beginner friendly, and I appreciate it because I was so scared. Like, okay, I've never manipulated data, so how am I going to do this? So thank you so much. The question number one is, how long is going to be this program, and how often are we meeting per week? Number two, um, I noticed when you were just taking us through the process, my Excel actually wasn't the latest. I think, or maybe I believe that's why I couldn't focus on it because it kept updating. Next time when we have a lesson, can you please let us know the things that have to be handy maybe for me? I'm just speaking on my behalf.
Yeah.
Those are the two questions for now. And actually, I want to know how often per week and how many classes do we have per week? What are the times? Is the time going to be standard? Yeah, things like that.
All right. Thank you for the questions. Okay, the first answer of your question is it will be once a week. So the time will be Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. But as it is just one class per week, I'll make sure that all the materials are covered throughout the entire 5 or 6 days that you have in between two classes. Okay, so I'll give you some little tasks to do, or it's actually a practice thing. Whatever we did in class, you'll just practice with a new data set maybe. Okay, the same thing. So that I want you to reflect whatever I try to teach you, and it will be like 4 or 5 days, so you have plenty of time. You need to be in touch with all this stuff every single day. I'm actually asking you to stay with the data stuff every day, half an hour at least, because if you get detached with the working material or anything that is related to it, you'll actually lose the information that you actually got from the class, right? So I'll give you little bit of homework, like the practice stuff, to practice every day in between two classes, so that for one class in a week won't hurt you. Okay. The second thing is the prerequisite, of course. Before any class, I will give you a full list. Maybe that list can have one item or more than one item, multiple items together that you need to have before the class. Okay. Because as I said, this is not like a university class that I'm teaching, I'm giving you the lecture and you just learn it like theory learning like that. It will be very interactive, very use case based. So whatever I'm showing you, you need to do the same thing. And like today, Harsh actually corrected my formula, right? So I love that because every time you are doing the same thing, maybe you are doing it right. So we can just exchange our answers, so you can figure out what is going on wrong with me or some other people, right? So I want everyone to be on the same page, prepare with all your
Can the
machines
imtiaz
ready.
for us to focus, please?
You're talking about the frequency of each of the items, or
No. Go ahead. It's just the noise because it seems the imtiaz is making some noise, so I
oh, okay,
can't
okay,
hear
all right.
some of the
Yeah, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
you say.
Yes, and about the entire course, it will take 4 months approximately, so 16 weeks. So I divided the 4 topics that I mentioned today at the beginning um, based on their weights. Like Excel is pretty much basic and easy stuff, so it will have less weight, of course, if you compare with SQL or Python. And Python will have the most weight because it's not just data analytics that I told you before. It will have a little bit of AI too. So you need to learn about Python. Okay. So the classes will be divided based on the importance and the complexity of the learning. So yeah, that's my plan. Anyone else have any questions? I believe I answered your questions, right, Rebecca?
Sure. You did. Thank you so much.
I'm not
You're
sure whether
welcome.
it's a right question to you, but I'm still, I mean, raising the question.
Yeah.
So once we have, we all together like complete the course in for next 4 months, what is gonna happen after that? Like, I know that the company, the firm is have some like some other broadened area. So how we can utilize these in the field of business analyst, or being a business analyst or data analyst, or how it can, I mean, it can help candidates who are completing this course and who are unemployed, who are looking to, start the career in data analyst or business analyst area.
Yeah, I got your point. Okay, so the whole roadmap for the uh, entire package is from the webinar to the masterclass to the regular classes. Right now, we are in the third phase. So after ending this course, you will move into the resume modification team. So they will start marketing you. Okay. So they will have your resume. They will make it more aligned with the data analyst and business analyst roles, and they will reach all the possible marketplaces and the platforms that to market you in their way. They can have like 200 and 300. As far as I know, these are more than one platforms that they can reach. Also, they will prepare you for the interviews. There's preparation interview prep course for 1 month, as far as I know. So during that time, you are not only preparing for the interview, you will have your entire portfolio ready. So about the portfolio, I can assure one thing. After end of each of the topics that I mentioned, the SQL, the Excel, everything. So we'll have a mini project. Okay, you can put that mini project in your portfolio. At the same time, we'll have the capstone project at the end of the course. That is something very useful and very effective to put in your profile. So building that profile to have all these little updates that from this course, everything will be in that portfolio. The marketing team will make you in that shape that you can actually showcase your work, at the same time your resume to the entire job market right now. And yeah, that's the final outcome from this course, to get you a job, right? So this is not like the other platforms that, yes, we are guaranteeing you that you can have a job, but this will give you the flexibility to be with us, to stay with us until you get a job, you land a job. Okay, so you can actually get all the materials for 1 year, 1 full year after enrollment. You can get in touch with the recruiters, with the instructors, all the people from different companies that the CEO had relation with, maybe all the references. You can get in touch with all of them. You can have a talk with them personally, like one-to-one meeting with them. So all these opportunities can be accessed if you enroll in one course. Okay, so it will make you a flexible option for 1 whole year for you. So the short answer for your question is yes,
Thank
we're
you.
in the 3rd phase. We'll have more phases to come, and at the end of the course you'll hopefully you'll land a job. Okay, you'll have the opportunity to do that.
I appreciate your answer. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, who's next? What do you think after today's class, or any kind of feedback you can give me?
It's good. Like we started from the very basic steps, so it's good. Like gradually you will move into like complex scenarios. So yeah, it's a great start, so that like we can catch up in the next classes. I mean, gradually.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. And anyone else? I think we only have 5 people here, so okay, if no one has any more question or any feedback or anything to share with me, we can wrap up today. It's already 10:03 my time, EST. So we can conclude our class today, and you're all welcome in the next class, the 2nd class for Excel. And before the class, please make sure all the updates are done and the Excel is ready. If it's not ready, if you face any problem like it's stuck somewhere, please contact me. I'm giving you my email address here. So if you face any problem, anything related with the course, you can just ping me. You can just email me. Okay.
And one question, sorry for that.
Yes,
how could we get the today's class video and the details? Are you sending to the email or on the in our profile of the Transfotech Academy?
Well, Transfotech has all your emails, so I can send all the emails to you, or you can just reach out to me, and so that I know who is reaching out, so that I can give you all this in a packet. Okay, everything will be in one single package, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Just ping me, yes, in my email address.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so thank you to everyone for attending today's class. Hopefully I'll see you, all of you, in the next class. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.